don't have to always leave it on. I told you before to cut it off.
All right, enough of that.
I told you you could cut it off before you hear me. It ain't all about me, man.
Yeah? It's not?
No,
Oh.
it isn't.
Oh.
Never has been.
Good man.
Yeah.
Team player.
It's not.
Oh, you're hearing ourselves.
I'm gonna turn it off. Anyway, what's going on?
My everything hurts. I hurt my knees. No, I
You
hurt.
hurt your knees.
Right,
sucking
so-
that dick at work.
Oh,
You know you want this washing machine.
yeah. Oh my God. What do you want? A warranty? Yeah, for warranty.
Clear coat.
Oh my God. I got to spread my butt cheeks for the warranty.
So how did you hurt your knee?
So I didn't exercise for 3 months because of COVID.
Right.
You know,
You didn't do a home workout? Like prison, like jail stuff? No?
Well, you know why they're doing workouts in jail? Because they're trying not to get raped. So I'm not about
No,
to get
but
raped.
those guys, when they're in jail, that's all they do.
Yeah, because they don't want to be raped.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll fucking
So
do
anti-
1,000 crunches too, not to get fucked up the ass. Shit.
So Liz is here, Kareem,
Hey.
Adam from home, and Johnny Brim. Johnny Brim!
Brian.
Can't yell at us through the comment section.
Nah.
I went to
Kareem.
dive again last night. Went up.
So did I.
I came to my.
Oh.
I'm like, none of this matters. So why not just take the opportunity to explore yourself?
And then you just put your hands down your pants on stage. And you're like,
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, what are you going to go up there and do your act? You know, everybody knows it. So, it's like,
so instead you were like, you know what? Let me see if I can be aroused in front of 40 strangers.
right? And I started, like, talking to him and asking him questions and shit. I was like, I like
done
this.
Q&A with Bruce.
It was different.
Yep. I like this. I like sitting like this. This is good. This
Yeah.
is good.
I don't look as much like your sidekick. Like, some people say, like, you look like you're his sidekick.
Johnny Brim. What is comedy? What is it? I don't know. What is it?
I fucking love Johnny.
Yeah.
His style is totally different.
Yeah.
Who does that? No,
I don't know.
But that's why I was like, though, he could never do that for like an hour.
An hour.
He'd have a stroke. About 40 minutes in, he'd be like,
No soy. No papa.
just fall over.
Yeah. Fuck a broken ankle, man. Hey.
He'd be like, is that part of the the gig? Like, is that part of the act? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey man, he ain't getting up. Like,
So if you ever figured this out, I'm watching on I got two screens up here because I want to be able to see your comments. And my program that we used to record this used to show the comments on the right, and now it's not doing that, even though I hit refresh chat. So
yeah, there's something fucked up with that.
but
That's what we were gonna say though. Yeah,
I read your comments on the
we're
left.
probably gonna move over to YouTube soon.
Yeah, I want to.
So we're gonna go live on YouTube instead
Yeah.
of here. So we need you to move over there.
Yeah, and
if you can.
provided my paycheck's good and I didn't fuck up my knee too bad, I'm gonna get the green screen this week.
Green screen. See, I told you. We started with a phone, just laying on the table, and now we got this, and now we're gonna get a green screen. Like, it's turned into a real show.
Yeah, but back to my knee. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
look, we got a new thing. I don't know why. We got a Valley of Fire.
What, that picture?
Not Valley of Fire, Red Rock Canyon. I got a portrait of Red Rock Canyon now in the house.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know. I just came here and it was there one day.
Right. Facebook Live is shit. Yes, it is. But it's what we've been working with, and it's been working.
It's
I'm
a start.
afraid to move over because we have a lot of views. So
No, what I was thinking was, well, we'll just put
We
the
get the
link in
people to
Facebook.
move.
We'll just be like, we're live on, and just click the link.
right.
I mean, it's it'll be what it is. No, so I didn't work out for a month. and or
God.
3 months, 3 months, and then I went to Neil.
See, like Ty was doing jump ropes and shit.
Yeah, of
in his
course,
house.
because Ty's one of those fucking, Ty's.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
like you're a half-assed workout person.
I
obviously.
know, but I'm not saying that Ty.
And you eat like 50 times a day.
Well, Ty's eating fucking kale, and
Right.
and
He
Ty-
counts his shit. He's got a
Ty-
scale.
I know. Ty measures like individual leaves of kale.
Yes.
And then he's like, I don't do sauces and dressings
Right.
because it's just empty carbs and sugars. And you know what? Fuck that. Because I'm not about putting that shit in my body
Right.
as he goes through a pack of fucking cigarettes. I'm like, all right, yeah, you'll have the healthiest body, but your lungs will look like fucking scrub pads. Like, all right, fine. I know, but the fucking
He
guy.
looks good though.
The guy is, if I were gay, man, he'd be a tasty treat for me. I mean, he's about eye level with me. That works for me. There's no Ty and me are about the same eye level. He's more established, so there's a respect factor there. And I
It's a
think
Harvey Weinstein situation.
Yeah.
Like, you can get me into comedy?
Mr. Rivera, OBS should allow both. Yeah.
Right? You let me come on the road with you? Like,
Oh yeah,
open?
Johnny Brim. So Johnny knows about this. Because I'm on OBS. So I'm on Streamlabs OBS.
Right.
I got to check because it allows me to do Twitter and Facebook, but it doesn't mention YouTube. If it lets me do both, that'd be great. So you come on down here. I'll tell you where I live.
Yeah, the best is if the show could be live on all those platforms at the same
Simultaneously.
time. Yeah.
But I'm not like Tabloid. I'm not giving my number out to everybody. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Here's my number. Here's the gate key.
I love Tab, though.
Here's the gate key. What
Yeah,
you looking at?
She gave me... I was on her show.
Yeah, I've been on the show.
She's great.
No, I love Tabloid.
She's hilarious.
Yes, she is.
If you've never seen Tabloid, you need
She
to check her out.
is the funniest. I think she's number one in Vegas for all the Vegas comics. Like she is and it's like her and Ty Rivera
Yeah.
are like if there is all right, hold on, and we've had this conversation off air. What is the Mount Rushmore?
No, don't start.
No, you don't want to do that because
Rankings.
No. I'll say I like
I'm
them.
friends with everybody, and the thing
You don't-
about comedy is everyone's on a different level.
Or different mindset or different. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, there's different levels of it, and everybody mingling together. So you can't say one is better than the other.
Oh, I see what he's saying. So Johnny's saying to YouTube it at the same time. You know what?
Yeah,
Fuck it. Let's try it.
we need to do that. Have we done a cabaret show? Yeah, I had burlesque before Champagne's for like the last month or a little more before that. It was cool, man. It was like that. This is what Vegas should be. And I was thinking about doing that because April is a burlesque dancer. I told her, I was like, we should do a thing before we do comedy. Start a show like that where there's burlesque dancer.
I got to do some bullshit.
What are you doing?
I was going to do the live stream at the same time.
Oh.
And it's like, it takes 24 hours to activate your account.
Right.
So next week,
Yeah.
we will do
Yeah.
both at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be great. But anyway,
But thank you. And what's this?
the thing, like I said, everyone's on a different level, so you can't compare them. You know, like Ty's levels above many others.
Yeah.
And you can tell when he goes on stage. You know, it's like the guy is polished, you know.
Yeah, but Ty's polished, Tab's polished. I look. I like them. They're just they are the kind of comics that will have me
Consummate professionals.
but laughing like gut
Yes.
laughter, like holy shit. I don't have to think about it. I
Right.
don't have to like put fucking add it in my mind and understand. And no. So it was a quite witty little. Hey, you did the callback there.
Right,
Oh, that
right.
was like quite clever. ah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I try not to
chuckled.
do too much of that either. You know, like even when I do long sets, like occasionally I'll do one callback, but it won't be like, oh, look what I just did there, you know. How clever I am. Like, you ever see comics do that? You'll be like, oh, that's called a callback. like I didn't fucking know.
And then they want a pat on the
Why are
back.
you
They
trying
look
to
at the
explain
audience.
to me like what comedy is like while I'm watching it?
They're doing one of this like call back, huh?
Right. See what I did there? How clever I am.
Didn't you get it? I said that earlier, and then I referenced it again,
right.
Tying two jokes together. We call this a callback, and you should be laughing right now because you were chuckling when I did the first joke.
The worst is when the comics where people don't laugh and they get mad at the audience. You ever see that?
You know who does that?
They're like, oh, it was a good fucking joke. Fuck you.
You know who does that? Bill Maher. Bill Maher will do that if the
no, it's the same. He's an arrogant fucker.
He'll be like, oh, you didn't like that? Oh, you freaking little liberals. You know, this is what happens when I bring liberals to my show about liberalism.
Right. Then he fucking then he smacks the audience around.
Yeah. I mean, this is why the fucking Fox News is winning.
Right.
Because you won't laugh at my joke.
Right. He's like, no, it just wasn't that funny. Because if it's funny, I'll laugh.
Yeah.
I laugh at fucking Jay LaFar, and he's right wing.
Yeah.
But he's funny. His jokes are clever, and they're funny.
Well, I mean, I'll give you an example. I think
it's like I respect any comic that's funny.
Right.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Ron White. Ron White's probably like fucking. Ron White would probably suck Trump's cock. I find him funny. I'm sure Bill Carrington would fucking blow Trump take one for the team. I find him funny when he does that little shelled him to me. That shit was funny.
If you go on Trump's Twitter, there's all these people that they got check marks and they say they're running for Congress, and all they are nutlickers that just reply to every tweet that he puts out.
Well, look,
it's fucking insane. You're like, what the fuck is? And then like, dude has like a tuxedo with a bow tie on.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, what the fuck?
So I don't want to get.
They tweeted a video. They said white power. Did you see that? They went golfing and they couldn't get a hold of him for 3 hours.
You know he cheats at golf.
Tell him he should probably delete that Nazi video that he just.
He
retweeted.
cheats at golf. They say that when he plays, he fucking he keeps mulliganing over and over again.
Don't you feel safe?
No. So what do you think about the two people trying to fend off their property? The big fat guy with the
fucking clown
with the AR-15 and the wife with the little Beretta.
I think they're just like the other guy that we showed the picture of. It. They don't know how to hold their guns.
Oh,
and
she
shot her gun. She hit herself in the face.
She's doing the gang shit where she's trying to do it
and
like
she'd shoot the neighbor, not like the guy she was trying to shoot. Like.
And I think the recoil would knock him on his ass.
To me, that's the worst part of it. This guy was giving me shit today, like we were, the internet's lynching these people. He said, and I'm like, first of all, it's not that, and it's like that's a little dramatic.
Let me
like they did something stupid and people are making fun of them.
Let me take the other side. Now, let me take the other side. I'm going to do devil's advocate. And the devil's advocate is that this is a milk toast white family, never been exposed to the rest of the country. They hid themselves in their little community suburb of St. Louis, and finally one day
There's black people in the alley. Get the guns.
The race war starts, and here comes the blacks. And they've got the dreadlocks that are highlighted blonde with tortoiseshell hairs. Right. And here's the white liberals.
Like, oh, my God.
We're not too sure if that's a girl or a really thin boy. And they've got a bag of kale, or is that weed? We don't know the difference, but there's a bag of something green, and they're eating it. And they're fist pumping in the air, and they've got signs. They're coming to my quarter-acre palatial mansion.
Quarter-acre.
3,000 square foot in the St. Louis
they
downtown.
They busted a gate to cut through the alley or whatever, so they're technically trespassing. Right. And it's like, yeah, technically you were, but whipping out your fucking AR-15 and
Now here's the thing.
It seems a little extreme.
Here's the thing. I almost sympathize with the guy, and I'll tell you why. Because you get to a level of xenophobia where you're like, this can't be reality. This can't be real. The man.
Oh my God, Fox News was right.
The man who says you're fired and is now our president.
There's going to be a rage war, and it's happening right now in the alley.
He said it, and I have my gun. This is the moment. And what does he do? He comes out barefoot in a pink polo shirt. That's the fucked up thing. You have the moment. So look. If he
wait, you're talking about someone different than the Karen couple that I see.
That's what I'm talking about. He was wearing a polo
the blonde
shirt.
old lady with the pistol.
Yeah, that's him.
Hanging down, and the guy with the a striped shirt.
No, well, no.
I didn't notice it was pink. But still, they came running out of their house like, like what in the fuck? Yeah, I guess it is pink.
Yeah, it's a pink polo shirt.
It tucked into his khakis, his Dockers.
And he's barefoot. Now, this is my point. Van Heusen.
She's barefoot, too.
Yeah.
They don't have shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look. I don't know. I think I would laugh. It's just they just come busting out like that. And like I'd just be like, "Are you fucking serious?" And then I'd give him the old. What was his name? I'd give him the old Little Bill. Be like, it ain't that easy to cheat somebody. Go ahead and do it. What's that line he says? He's like, it ain't easy to shoot somebody. He's like, especially if they're shooting back at you. That'll flat rattle some folks. Like, yeah, no shit.
All right, I'm gonna add this to the page.
What? Oh, that picture? No, don't contribute to the public stoning. That's what the guy was saying.
All right, no. So here's my thing. No,
like, what are you talking about?
Seriously. Here's what I'm gonna say.
How about you don't whip out your fucking guns? Like
yeah, but you gotta remember. Remember what we say. All seriousness now. What do we always say? And people say about the danger of nonstop 24-hour media. See, when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, that's always been the problem.
So when I was growing up, like,
remember that song? Disposable Heroes of Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
He's like, television, the drug of the nation. Breeding ignorance and feeding radiation.
Right. But
that's what it is.
TV's
made everyone stupid.
When I was a kid, news was for an hour. You heard about what was going on in your town.
Yeah.
And they shut it off. Then local news came in and you heard about. So I was raised in the suburbs of New York City. So when I was a kid growing up, you had news, right. Channel 4, ABC, Channel 7,
when I was a
NBC.
kid, there was only fucking 3 channels.
3 channels. There
was a UHF channel. So there was 3 networks and a UHF channel.
And 5.
And that was it.
And Fox 5 was like the weird, like, alternate channel where they had weird shows.
It started, I saw the whole thing. It started with On TV, it was called. And On TV was where you could buy this antenna thing that you put on the roof, and it was like a cable channel. It was like cable, but it only had 1 channel.
Right.
So you get this box and you turn it on. But so it would have movies, and then at night it would have like Skinamax, soft.
Right.
Porn.
Yeah. Where you can't see his dick, you can't see her pussy.
Right.
They're just slapping each other.
Right. It's like just rubbing together.
And there's that shitty saxophone.
With like
music.
with like romantic music.
Be like,
it's like Gene Simmons' wife, like she's the queen of those movies.
Yeah.
Shannon Tweed.
Shannon Tweed, yes.
Yeah.
And she'd be like,
softcore porn queen,
So what do you want to do? I think
she only really fucks Gene Simmons, but
you know what
she acts like she fucks 1,000.
Fuck. If I were her, and Gene Simmons has a tongue like that, Jesus, he could be a 90-year-old man. He'll still tongue fuck her to death. You know? No, but. There were the 4 channels. There was ABC, NBC, CBS, and maybe Fox. Right. And then they added News 12. News 12 was that washed out home movie style news network where it was the guys who got rejected by the major news network. And it'd be like
Bill O'Reilly. That's how he went up on Fox.
Well, no, he was on A Current Affair.
Right, but he got fired for being an asshole. Like, you see the tapes of how he is. Like,
but A Current Affair was a Fox.
He's like, fucking. Like,
fuck it, we'll do it live. I'll write it. We'll do it live.
Yeah, it's like,
fucking thing stinks.
No one to keep a job to act like that.
But think about it.
I went to
he did though. That made him famous.
I knew this chick in Cincinnati who was a producer for Channel 9 News,
Channel 9. That already sounds ghetto.
When I went, well, it's CBS.
Okay.
Channel. So, but if the local news, it's like 9 on your side.
Yeah. We're Channel 9. We're on your side.
Exactly. So, anyway, when I went to New York, she was there because this chick named Andrea Canning, who now works for ABC News.
Was she canned?
No. She got hired to the network news.
Gotcha.
So she was having her interview in New York at the same time.
All right.
They had like a really nice hotel.
Nice hotel.
On Times Square and shit.
And you banged her in Times Square.
This chick was like, she was the producer, but she was friends with her, so she was with her.
Okay.
So they each had rooms, and she was like, why don't you just come here and stay in the nice hotel? So I go there, and then we went and saw Elizabeth Vargas do World News Tonight live.
World News Tonight with Elizabeth Vargas.
Yeah, we stood in the balcony, and there was like glass, and we watched the whole thing. Anyway, they were saying that Bill O'Reilly worked there, and they were like, he always was alone. No, he had no friends. That like he brought his own lunch in every day. Same thing. It was like bologna sandwich and like green Jell-O or some shit. And he just sit in the corner of the lunchroom by himself. And they're like.
So I worked.
They're like he was very creepy. Like.
So I worked in news radio, and I knew a guy like that.
Yeah, they're strange.
Yeah, and he would. I don't want to give out his name because I think he still works in local news production in New York.
Right.
But I'd say his name was Eric because I don't think I can give out much with that. And I was interning at a New Rochelle station, and I would walk in and go, "Hey, Eric, oh, my lunch! I'm eating my lunch, Robert. I don't know where you were raised, but where I was raised, that is sacred time. You do not interrupt me when the lunch is being consumed. That is just professional station etiquette. Etiquette." And then another guy came in, and the board op came in behind and was like, "Hey, Eric, etiquette." Then he would come like this. He goes, "You see this, guys? You see this? I've been interning here for 3 months. You got to make this board your bitch." And he was like, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, "What the fuck's your problem, dude?"
They're fucking weird people.
No, his mother died when he was like a newborn, so his dad didn't know how to, fill that gap, and was just a fucking totalitarian dipshit. Right. And he didn't do one of the things where he just remarries right away.
Like, what do you think happened to Bill O'Reilly to make him like that? Something, he's an asshole.
When you're a 6'5",
you're just a total fucking jerk off,
milk toast Irish guy, you didn't go anywhere, you didn't serve. Like if you're a big white guy but you're in the South, you're cool because those guys are cool. They do cool shit. They're like, "Hey man, I'm gonna show you how to do shit," and you're like, "All right, we're getting shit done."
Oh, noodling. What's noodling? Well, I'm gonna get in this lake here, and then I'm gonna get down in here. I'm gonna bring us up a catfish,
and they'll be cool. They'll be cool, but they'll get.
Yeah, hold on a minute. You just stick his arm like in the stump, like Flash Gordon.
Yeah. Like, bah.
There's one in here. Like, I can feel it.
Defenders of the universe.
That's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, no.
And then they get the fish to bite their arm, and then they pull it out.
Yeah, now, again, I can only talk about what I know. I'm from New York, and I say that a lot.
Now that there's fishing, son.
Where we fish, we have a nuclear power plant 2 miles upriver.
Right.
You don't want that.
Right. It's like the third eye fish.
Yes. No. So where I used to fish on a place called Croton Point Park, and Croton Point Park is famous because the water there is brackish. It's an estuary. That means it's half fresh water, half salt water from the Atlantic Ocean. So you get...
See, in Florida, there's all that kind of shit, too.
But you'll get whales, and you'll get all...
Whales?
Once in a while. Like, they cleaned up GE.
The big ones?
GE was sued.
Or like pilot whales.
GE was sued because in the 50s, GE, GM, all these companies, what they did was GM had a factory in Tarrytown.
Right.
And when they had a factory plant right on the river. So what do you think they did with all their metallic mint green paint like in My Cousin Vinny? They dumped it right into the Hudson. For like fucking years. They were dumping metallic.
That's right. The Ohio River caught on fire in Cleveland. The river was burning.
Right, because methane and all that shit. So they stopped that. They tore down the plant Fine, that resided because it takes a long time for the bottom of the riverbed to all of that stuff to clear up. So then GE was dumping stuff, and you got the nuclear power plant, Indian Point, and Buchanan. So I'm fishing with all these kids, and these two Mexican guys would be there every day, and they'd be like, "Hey man, you don't want to eat that, man. It burns." It burns. And that's what he told me. He goes, don't eat the fish. It burns.
It burns.
Y'all, don't eat that. It burns.
What do you mean by burns?
Like, live the jungle by, like the jungle by Sinclair.
Like it burns your mouth?
Upton Sinclair. No, because.
Burns your ass after you eat it?
No. Mira, when you swallow it, it burns in your belly.
Burns in your belly.
It's hot. It's hot.
Right, like The Jungle by Sinclair. Yeah, or the book Oil. I read that after I saw There Will Be Blood. I was like, oh, I need to read this book. So I started reading it. And it's a lot different than the movie.
I've only ever seen
but it's still
one movie
good.
With that guy. What's his name?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I've only seen the Gangs of New York with him.
He's great, dude. You never saw Lincoln?
It seems like he only can do movies that take place in the 19th century.
No, he's good at just like transforming into a completely different person.
I guess.
You know, you're like, every movie he does, he's someone different. And he's got different mannerisms.
Yeah, Mill
Creek,
which feeds the Ohio, literally at 8K steel dumping it. Now, see, this is where I'm legitimately pissed at Trump. If Trump says something stupid or racist or whatever, I expect it. I expect it.
Dude, he tweeted a video and people were chanting white power. There's no shit.
No. I know that. I expect
people said I was crazy when I said that they were affiliated with Nazis.
But I don't care about that, and I'll tell you why.
They're like, oh, you're fucking crazy. Like, no, I'm not crazy. Like, that's the fucking truth.
Let him do that. Let him do that. It makes him look bad. I don't care about that. What he did was he repealed the Clean Water Act and the Clean Rivers Act.
No, he took all the
regulations. So all of this shit that Carr's talking about, Kareem, I'm assuming that's Kareem, was talking about, is Obama. See, people bitched about Obama didn't do enough. He let fucking Mitch McConnell run over him and shit. Fuck that guy. He was shit. He only fucking got the affordable health care. Shut the fuck up. Obama tried to do some stuff. He was a B+ president. Let's say that. All right. That was one thing that Trump immediately was like, gave the EPA to, not Wheeler. Wheeler was the second guy. I forgot the first guy he gave to, which is a coal lobbyist. And Wheeler's a coal lobbyist, too. And that was the shit they went after. So the stuff that Kareem is talking about.
Deregulate all the business.
Right. And
of course. That's what the conservative thing is. Get rid of all the regulations and trickle down shit. Like, let these people get all the money. And then eventually they'll piss it down onto you somehow.
And
you know that.
But their answer is always the same. Their logic is, the conservative logic is.
I said, I'm not a communist, but I think there should be a cap on how much money. These like the profits of a company.
But you can't.
And you say only a certain percentage can the management take, and the labor get the rest. You know, I mean,
by whose law?
It has to be split.
By whose law?
By the law of the land.
The United States.
Yes.
How?
Make a law.
These are global. Yeah, but we live in a global economy now. So what these companies do. What the companies do is...
You buy by that law or you fucking don't do business here.
All right, very simple. Sir, I run my business out of Edinburgh, and that's it. So
because labor makes the fucking money.
All right. I run my business out of Edinburgh. I run my
fucks sit up there in the offices. They take millions and millions of dollars out of these companies. They don't fucking do shit. And most of the time, they suck at their fucking jobs. And then they get fired and they get $100 million payout. Like, what the fuck is that? Who thinks that makes sense? I'm just wondering, like, the system itself is insane. It's crazy.
It's the same system. This is the same shit that conservatives are complaining about when Facebook got rid of...
No, that's the system that they want to hold on to.
No, but I'm saying is, remember when they got rid of, on YouTube and Facebook, they got rid of Alex Jones. And Alex Jones going, this is America, I get my Second Amendment, blah, blah, blah. And you go, yeah, man, he got fucked. And you go, wait a minute. That would be true, but you're on the internet. And you're now in a weird area where these websites are going to claim, hey, look, man, we're not bound by the laws of the United States because we're in a global environment.
But if you work here.
My servers could be off-site, and my employees that you would be punishing in the United States are
it's
working.
It's not punishing the employees. It's making sure they get fucking fair wages.
I agree with you. I agree. I'm gonna tell you the argument they're gonna make. This is like the same thing with tax aversions, where they claim that their corporate office is in another country, so they don't have to pay the U.S. taxes. It's the same logic.
See, Kareem's full on fucking Bolshevik. Like, it's like you behead the CEOs to seize the means of production.
Yes.
I don't even mean that, like to that extreme. I'm just saying there should be a cap of how much money the management can suck out of the company, and because that's what holds wages down.
Wait, you got to
They take all this money and it goes to the top.
You got to get simpler than that. You got to get to the source of the problem. See, you're looking at it from the perspective of I'm going to appeal to the companies to want to police themselves or the citizens to want to elect people to do that. What I'm saying is... No, wait. That shit ain't going to happen. What you're saying is right. What you're saying is absolutely correct in the way it should be.
It's like 60-40. I mean, they can have a little more,
but
there should be a cap.
It's not going to happen.
And that way that they could raise the wages of the average workers and bring back the middle class.
All right, but that ain't going to happen. And the reason why it's not going to happen is because of the L word. You know what that is?
Oh, you're a goddamn liberal.
No, L-O, lobbyists. Lobbyists.
All lobbyists should be killed.
Right. But the lobbyists who can then buy out a candidate. So when you had a guy like Beto O'Rourke in Texas or Bernie Sanders and going, hey, look, most of my money is going to come from individual donations, which means
people.
it's a direct representation.
Right.
That is the ultimate reason for me, that I liked Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders would go, look, at the end of the day, I am going to have to answer to you because you were the guys who bought me. This is the same way as the Parkland shootings. They went over to Senator Ted Cruz and the father said, how much money do I have to spend to get you to vote on the side of children?
Right.
What money am I going to have to spend?
A little more than the NRA. You know?
Right.
And they got a lot of money. So,
but that was the point. He made a great point. And then of course Ted Cruz was like,
right.
And now
they know they're pieces of shit. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So you need two things to happen. And I don't want to get off politics, but you need campaign finance reform, that Hobby Lobby shit where everyone or what's the one that where every company gets a vote, it counts as a person. I can't remember that.
Citizens United.
Citizens United. That shit. Number one, that's got to go. Number two, you got to get rid of the lobbyists because you should not be able to.
Corporations are people, therefore they can spend as much money as they want because money is speech.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Right. Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. This country is crazy.
So that's the first thing. The first thing you got to go is, all right, we're going to have an election campaign. This is what they do in England. In England, they go, okay, you're going to have an election cycle. It's going to be like 6 weeks long, and that's it. You have just enough time to get your point across, reach your constituents, and then get it over with. We don't drag it out indefinitely. We don't campaign from day one to day one, bell to bell, nonstop campaigning, nonstop donations, nonstop.
No, they say that more than half of a congressman or a senator's time is spent raising money.
That's right. There's been documentaries. So
instead of even
this.
doing like work, they're most of it is like calling people and begging for money.
That's right, and it's terrible. Well, there was a congressman from Long Island, and he wanted to be present for a bill that was supposed to be passed, and he was spending so much time calling up donors that he missed the ability to vote on the bill. You assume that your congressmen and senators are always present to vote on every bill. They're not.
Right.
If they're not present, and they're excluded,
or
at the state level.
Until they tried to make remote voting with the coronavirus. And
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell was like,
of course, because he has leverage. Mitch McConnell's got embalming fluid for blood. He don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't.
Put the kibosh on that real quick.
I don't like this kind of talk that people could just.
Come on now, you sound like Mitch Obama.
Let me tell you something. I was really a conservative this whole time.
It's like a
Michelle said that I was too white to be allowed to come into bed with her every night. But I assured her, I said, look, honey, I'm black in all the right places, all the places that count. No, I mean, No, that's the thing. You got to get down to the way the way that you're allowed, the way that the election cycle is run has to be addressed. How much money can be given to a candidate has to be addressed, and you have to address
public
the lobbyists.
financing of elections.
So
That's what they do in most other countries.
Yes, exactly. This way, it's not just
everybody gets the same amount of money, and you just go out there.
And by the way, conservatives, to anyone out there who's conservative, we're a bunch of liberals. If you're going to be the guy with the tinfoil hat complaining about George Soros, this would help you, because then Soros couldn't fucking dump his millions into pushing 5G and taking away your ability to hold an AR-15 and point it at a questionable man-boy girl. I am telling you now, if you agree with me that George Soros is evil, then you want campaign finance reform. But that's it. Because in that, you know what the risk is? The risk is that me and him become billionaires. And then we go, you know what? We don't want this conservative utopia. We're going to force feed fucking Sprouts and Whole Foods on every street corner. We will squeeze you by the balls. Right. Your children will never know what an AR-15 even fucking looks like. We will literally go through the movie Hamburger Hill, and with Steven Spielberg's help, replace every M16 with a fucking walkie-talkie, and all of the Viet Cong will look like fucking E.T., and everyone will have a pillow fight at the end. We will go back and systematically erase history. But you can prevent all of this by putting a cap on how much money can be dumped into one candidate. And then we, the future George Soroses, won't be able to do this.
That's something I don't understand that's going on now. There's all these people who are like, you can't tear down the Confederate, hero statue. That's a history, and like, if you don't, like, no, not really.
You know what?
It's a history you really want to like glorify.
Wait a minute. When I was a kid, we were bowling, and there was a trophy given to first place, and it was huge. Second place, third place. Every other person got a bowling pin bank.
Right.
And a rosin bag, so their hands don't sweat.
Right.
Last place, for some unknown fucking reason, and 1 year I was first and second, and 1 year I was last. I got the trophies. Last place, and by the way, the year I was first is when they stopped spending for the good trophies, and they got the shitty ones. Fucking know the fat fuck Italian guy who got cheap that year.
On that too. Like.
Yeah, he came in there. He's fucking kids. I'm gonna give him a fucking 3-tier trophy. You fucks. You're a fucking 10. No, so wait, I get the point.
Last place.
The last place got a plaque that said last place. Now
you suck.
Right now, they gave me the rosin bag.
You suck, and we want you to always remember that.
They gave me the bowling pin.
By having this plaque.
And they gave me the plaque. Now, I lost. Completely lost. Right. Me and everyone on my team, all four of us, were in dead last. Now, you gave me a plaque to celebrate that I was dead last. Why would I want to put that plaque in the town square and announce to the world that I got fist fucked by 9 other teams of 10-year-olds in 1989?
To always remind you that you suck.
Why would I want to know in 1865 I had this thought that I was going to still, by some means, fucking tear off from the United States, have a separate entity government all to my own, keep slavery going, impose my own levels of tariffs and trade.
No, that's my point.
And then when it doesn't work, and the leader of that army, General Robert E. Lee, and when Jefferson Davis go, okay, we're done. Right. This is going to be
surrender.
We surrender. It's going to be Union again. Right. And then what happens? Not in the 19th century, not in the 1870s, 80s, 90s. Oh, there were some things. And I'm not going to say there wasn't racism afterwards. There was.
What are you talking about?
What happened? Where did all these trophies and monuments of the Confederates come from? They came from the
them.
1900s. No, they came later on. They came in the 1900s.
Yeah. From their sons. That was my grandpappy.
Stone Mountain, which, by the way, is the dumbest name for a fucking place. Stone Mountain. Mountain is stone.
It's racist mountain. But
Stone Mountain was approved by, if I'm not mistaken, not Nixon, Lyndon Johnson's vice president went down there and commemorated it and broke the ribbon. And that was done in
Spiro Agnew or some shit.
No, the Spiro Agnew was Nixon.
Oh, yeah.
It was done in the 1960s. So now, anytime that there's some sort of cultural revolution, we come out and we put up these statues. Now, if someone's going to say, well, that's my heritage, my heritage...
Daughters of the Confederacy. Yeah, see, but that's what I'm saying is it's the people's kids. They're like, that was my grandpappy.
Now,
and
I will say this.
I'm proud of what they done, you know.
I will say this. I'm from Westchester County, New York, Yorktown Heights, New York, 10598.
Right.
And my town was responsible as a key spot for battles in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, that's what I said the first day you said that. When you said there's walls all over the place.
Right.
Yeah,
and the general that trained the Continental Army was one of the guys was a General Rochambeau, and he trained and he marched down Route 132, which is a big commerce street in Yorktown, and there's all these landmarks, and we in the fourth grade were taken on many field trips to learn about this shit.
Right.
We had to know, okay, that's on the streets. There are graves on the street corners.
Right.
In certain areas of Yorktown, they're not graves. They're mile markers to New York City. So you'll see this. Although it looks bizarre, it says like 8 miles. So I don't know what fucking metrics they were using back in fucking. It was like I couldn't figure it out. But
it's like cubit. What the fuck is a cubit?
But you're right.
It's your elbow to your.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is different. Like.
And what they did was somebody got in trouble because it snows
That's
pretty
how they
bad.
measured shit back then. Oh, okay.
It snows pretty bad in Yorktown, so one of the snowplows ran one of these mile markers over, and the fucking Yorktown town board got pissed, and they encased it in more layers of stone. So if you hit that thing, you're gonna freaking bend the shovel on the snowplow before. And
of course,
and
you have to know they're there.
Yeah, right. So, but that's it. They raised the monuments during the 20s and the 60s. Yes, he's right. So in the 20s, there was all across America.
I love people that try to act like that this country isn't systematically racist. That's what I'm saying.
No, but
it's like, except for the slavery and the segregation and the lynchings and the justice system and other than that, it's like that Monty Python. Like, other than that, it's totally not racist. Like,
right. Now. My you know what my situation is this my what's going on right now is this in the society now that we have,
right,
it's a complete fucking chaos. I literally, if I'm God,
it's because you're looking at, like I said, you're looking at the future and the past,
like, all at the same time,
super colliding.
Right. Here's what I would do. I would do it like this: stasis, freeze everybody. Next day you wake up, your kids are gone, your weapons are gone. Anyone who had knowledge of how to build a weapon, their mind is kind of fuzzy. They know what the look of it is. They have the general principle, but they can't quite grasp how to make the guns. And then when you wake up in your home, it's not your home. You're in a different house, and all the houses look exactly the same. And now there's one of each color in that house. And
this is like Rob's racial big brother. Like.
Yes. And once more... the language is gone. The language is gone. There is literally a book I'll make it English because fuck, I'm lazy. But the books are gone. There's no Japanese, Spanish, English, just fucking one language. And you're gonna hear yourselves, and you're gonna all start getting back into a regionalism, because that's how it happens. You get into a regionalism based on where you live and the food and the resources and things available. So every once in a while, once you get too comfortable, next day you wake up, you're somewhere else. And you keep rotating it and rotating it until all you do is just fucking work to get a task done. Now, in reality, what's going to happen is more like the movie Wall-E. You see, on NBC, they had a whole group of guys in polo shirts, men and women, for a random company, and they had a tattoo artist there, and they said, well, you've seen it here first. We're showing the first people in the United States getting their hands chipped. And the tattoo artist sat there, and he cuts a little hole in the thumb and forefinger, and he puts a microchip in there, and then the guy waves.
For what?
The guy goes to the punch clock, and he waves his hand, and he signs in. Then he goes to make a purchase on the vending machine for the company, waves it, and gets his item. And they're doing this for a couple of reasons. So obviously,
congratulations, you're a slave. Like,
yes, that's the main one. But you, here's the thing.
Congratulations.
When I was at Fry's,
congratulations.
Yeah, right. Hi.
Put it in there. Congratulations. You're now my slave. Like,
Hi, and welcome to the Systematic Leveraging Assistance Vertical Assimilation Unit, or SLAVE.
Right.
We would like to invite you to join the wave of the future. Is touching things with your hands too difficult? Are you afraid of getting a disease? Well, how about this? We will implant a microchip into your hand.
No, but that's my question is why? What's the point of it?
Well, they already said. This is what happened. So they grabbed a woman, this like middle-aged blonde, dirty blonde woman who's like, middle-aged, average-looking woman. She's like, and her answer was so frightening. Like, so, and it was the most like, it was like the most Carlton black guy ever. He's like, well, they tell me that you were a little afraid. Why am I doing that? Like,
it's always that guy.
You're doing the fake mic when so they were telling me you were a little afraid of the whole process. Once I realized the opportunities and was taught properly about the advantages of the microchip system, my fears were quickly alleviated.
Once I was properly brainwashed.
No, she did use the word properly. Once I was properly informed about the advantages of the system.
Once the washing took hold.
Once they told me the advantages of the chip system, I quickly assuaged all of my fears and realized that I was an irrational woman.
Right.
The doctor told me that the pain would subside momentarily, and that now I would have many shopping opportunities at my fingertips. Ha ha ha, I don't have to touch anything ever again. I never have to worry about physical human contact.
And my company knows where I'm at 24 hours a day.
Well, they got that because they got your cell phone, really, if you want to be technical. And I fell into the same...
Also, they have access to all of my account information. But, I mean, it's for the best,
I was trying to tell my boss that I was not high, but the chip ratted me out.
What are you saying? Like...
Now, here's the thing. In my generation and yours, we're about, 10 years apart?
Maybe.
No.
How old are you?
40.
Not that much.
All right.
But 8.
Okay. Now, we ain't going to say 32. No. So my point is this. I was in line at Fry's, and I was talking to somebody about the Tesla, and I said, I love the car. It's environmentally sound. It beats the shit out of the most expensive Dodge you can buy, a Hellcat.
Right.
That thing is rapey as fuck. Yes, I said it. Shut the fuck up. Don't bitch. If you've ever street raced, and I do, you get slaughtered by it. The Tesla S-Type is the fastest fucking thing. Every wheel has a motor behind it. It is super powerful. Now,
it's quick, too.
Yes, the torque is amazing. It goes from 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
Damn.
It's just... And it doesn't even make that because there's no sound, because it has no...
Right.
So, now, that being said, a few years ago, Stephen Colbert's doing, when he just got on the Late Show job, about 2 or 3 years ago, they flipped a switch at the factory, and Elon Musk activated the automated system. And then people who were driving to work realized the steering wheel jerked on its own, and the vehicles were autonomous. Now, everyone who was reporting about this back then was surprised because they weren't told it was going to happen. And they were overjoyed that their vehicle could now operate on its own. And I was talking to a girl, and she was 25. She's like, I can't wait. I can't wait. The future's going to be great. I don't have to worry about driving. I'll just get
I know. There's people that want these cars that drive themselves. I see that, and I'm like, what the fucking... Why would you put your life in,
Now,
how many people do you have to see? Like, there's already been people that the car just runs them into the fucking wall. Like,
one guy had an iPad, and he's got his iPad, and he's watching Harry Potter, and he's in Florida, of course. And he's behind the wheel, and he's watching Harry Potter, and here's the problem with the vehicle. If it doesn't see something the size of another car, it doesn't stop moving. So a tractor-trailer 18-wheeler's crossing his lane. Now, if he was paying attention, he was slammed on the brakes. But he's watching Harry Potter because the Prisoner of Azkaban...
Right, but why would you pay attention when the car's driving for you?
Fucking Hermione is spread eagle. I mean, she's spread eagle. It's
what
Hermione.
I'm saying is, like, that's the point. It's fucking stupid.
So what happens is he doesn't stop. He gets decapitated. The car gets shaved. The top of it gets shaved off.
I saw these shows where they said they want to make trucks like that.
They're
Semi trucks, they get rid of truckers.
No, what companies want this?
It's like, what the fuck?
In Las Vegas, there was a company, and I almost applied, even though I'm saying this. They
You
were
don't think
15,
they'd run over,
15 an hour. In Vegas, they had cars called Aptiv, APTIV, and they're black and white BMWs that will have a driver in the driver's seat, and he won't be moving, and the car is going through the city. You'll see it through downtown, or excuse me, uptown, really. I always think of Fremont as downtown, but it's uptown.
People call it downtown.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Are you going downtown?
No.
Fremont?
Yeah, but that's north. You're going north. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what they call it.
So, yeah, that makes no sense. So, anyway, Fremont has them. Fremont has them. And, again, Vegas education. Fremont has them. And the Strip has them. And the cars will stop at that gas station by Fry's, refuel. And then the guys in the car will take their notes. And then the HQ, where they keep all the cars, is by the airport. I don't know what that little strip of highway is under the airport, but it's right there on the right side of it. Now, that's one company. Google wants it. There's a lot of GM is building it.
Yeah.
China is mapping all of its roads. So China now is paying people to map the roads manually with a computer system. So the car will have that data fed into it, and as soon as you purchase the vehicle, you'll go, where do I want to go? And it'll take you there. In Dubai, they have it like, you ever see those slot machines with the clear screens, or the Budweiser at some of the nicer nicer wineries where they'll have the clear screen Budweiser case. So in Dubai, what they have is no steering wheel, and you're sitting in and you tap the windshield, and you tap where you want to go on the windshield. They already have that.
It's like Star Trek shit.
Yeah,
where you're like tapping or like Iron Man, the way you
right. Well, I was gonna say
screen.
it wasn't Star Trek until the last Star Trek fucking Picard show where they added that shit. Fucking piece of shit show.
You hate everything.
No, I like Deep Space Nine. Fuck Picard. Fuck Discovery. Fuck J.J. Abrams. If I find
I said, I didn't mind that the one with Idris Elba.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought that was all right.
Oh, my God. She sees an alien. She goes, oh, my God, that's clearly a black guy with DNA splicing. Like, what the fuck, you stupid, ignorant bitch? In what fucking universe could you tell that was Idris Elba?
But it was him.
Yeah, but how?
That's Idris Elba.
She looked at a picture of a random green alien and figured that at one point that was Idris Elba. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid. I wanted to smack the shit out of her. It would have been a hate crime. Actually, I'm half black. That's not a hate crime. But then she's fucking, and that's the other thing. Fucking Uhura in that show is fucking the shit out of Spock.
Yeah.
Like Spock is just railing Uhura.
Yeah.
Spock is just giving Uhura the fucking Vulcan bone, man. Spock is Spock is nerve pinching her fucking asshole like you would not believe, because of course the fucking alien, the only alien on the show, is only gonna fuck the black woman. There's a whole ship of white women, but they don't want.
Dude, she's hot.
I'm not saying.
Don't act like she's not.
No. Nichelle Nichols back in the day was hot.
Zoe Saldana's hot, dude.
Zoe Saldana wishes she was Nichelle Nichols back in the day. I would fucking, if Nichelle.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying don't say she ain't hot like she wasn't on the ship. You wouldn't want to bang her.
If Nichelle Nichols from 1960.
You'd be lying.
If Nichelle, no, I wouldn't fuck her. If Nichelle Nichols from 1963.
I find that hard
walked
to believe.
Into this.
You go to Boulder Highway, but you won't fucking bang.
Yeah, it's fine. First of all, you know why? Because I have low self-esteem, and I have no belief in this universe that Zoe Saldana would fuck me. Also, I'm a nerd. And
she said on the interview I saw, she said she likes a man who like turns her on in a conversation, not the brawny guy, whatever. So hey, man, you could have a shot.
Yeah, but now I know that I'm now I know that.
Tell her about your old rich man fantasy.
Wait a minute. But now that I know that she's into somebody like me and I have low self-esteem, she turns me off.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Say nerve pinching her asshole. Yes. Yes, he did. I thought that was funny as shit too.
No, but that's the thing.
Plus, he's gay. He's gay as hell.
Oh yeah,
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, he's a fucking stoner too. The first time, so again, he came to the 2009 Star Trek convention, high as a fucking kite on stage, and it was him.
Who's Zachary Quinto?
So here's the thing. First of all, nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Dude, he's a great actor.
And 2009, nobody knew who he was.
He's a really good actor, though. So, he's good.
Yeah, no, fine, he's great. He gets on stage with Leonard Nimoy, and of course, everyone's.
Oh yeah.
Women.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they had the little boy who played Spock as a kid in the 2009 Star Trek movie.
Right.
They had Leonard Nimoy. This was at the Hilton while it was still owned by the Hilton family. And it had Zachary Quinto, and there were women lined up for like miles. Little did they know.
Oh, for Zachary Quinto.
The dick was off limits.
Is that before? That's before he came out.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. So these women are like, oh!
because he made it public, real big public coming out.
Oh, my panties! Oh! And he's just like, hey, look.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh my God, I'm soaked! Oh my God! I came here from Minnesota. I'm ready to do so much for you. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh my God! And he's just like,
he was good in
whatever.
American Horror Story.
Was he in that?
Yeah,
Well, only the first one because he
He's
wasn't in
good.
the later ones.
he was in the Asylum one.
Oh, that's an early one.
Yeah.
Because they got like 10 seasons of that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
how many times can you?
only the first few were good.
How many times can you fucking mutilate
They
people?
started getting shitty
with the same cast.
when the Coven one, and then it started getting like, cheesy.
Oh, the Coven one. They did a sequel to it.
Right, but I'm saying that's
Yeah.
when it started getting bad. Like the first 3 seasons.
And did you like the circus one?
Yeah, that was the last good one. The
All right.
circus.
Yeah, it was all right. They tried to do the cult one, and they had Chaz Bono in it. And Chaz Bono tried to play he tried to be this fat, conservative, like Confederate guy, but he's still Chaz Bono, so you're like, oh, that's Chaz Bono.
That's what I said about the progressive chick. Like she could never be in something because the whole time you just be like, that's Flo from Progressive.
Yeah.
And Chaz Bono kind of the same way. Like you just know him as one thing.
Do you think she's
You
jaded?
can't take him. You know what I mean? You can't take him.
Hold on. Now you
Seriously,
brought up
it's
Flo, the
something else.
progressive lady. Do you think she's jaded? Do you think secretly she just fucking despises the fact that she's Flo, the progressive lady, and just wants out so bad?
Well, that's what I said. Yes.
Do you think she'll?
I don't care how much money they gave her and how rich she is. There's got to be times at night.
All right.
Yes. When she's alone and she's thinking in her own mind, yes, she sold her
All
soul.
right. So here's
She gave away everything she ever wanted to be.
I don't know how to do
this
those little contest things. I got to do the little picture with the happy face, the smile.
Pretend that she.
How
likes.
will Flo commit suicide? I want to know. Give us your top 10. I want to pick the best one, and we'll reveal it next week. How do you think Flo commits suicide? Now, I'm going to give you some options. Number 1, pills.
Yes, it pills.
Pills.
Or car in the garage.
Car.
Yeah.
We'll just say automobile because she could drive off a cliff. It's progressive,
Right,
right?
yeah.
She'll want to keep the car nice for the
That's
next
covered
person.
too.
Yeah.
Full coverage.
Because Jamie will gladly take that shit over. That guy's got no future.
No, that's what I'm saying. You see guys like him, you're like, that guy probably sucked to begin with. He looks like a cheesy hack.
Yeah, he's
to begin with. So he's one of those guys that he was probably doing comedy to get that gig.
right.
You know what I mean? Like there's people in LA that are like that. They're like, oh, because he.
Some of us comedian
I'll hear
friends will
that.
probably know him.
Sometimes I'll hear that.
Yeah.
Somebody will go, oh, he was on a Mountain Dew commercial. He's somebody, And I go, that don't make him nothing here.
You know who I can picture doing?
I mean, sure, that's cool. He got paid for that and shit, but he's at stand-up comedy now. I don't give a fuck.
Wait a minute.
He had a
she commits
progressive
suicide.
commercial or a Mountain Dew commercial or whatever. It's like, is he funny? That's all I give a fuck.
She commits suicide. You know who replaces her? Like they'll promote the Jamie guy, but you know who will join the progressive squad because there's 5 of repeat ones. Marcus Dietz. Marcus Dietz. With the roly-poly Marcus Dietz, and he'll give him
with the apron on.
with the apron, and he'll go, you know what, guys? Come on, guys. I mean, I'm trying to get your fucking savings here, and you're just being dicks about it. I'm doing you a favor. We're at Happy Earth Market, and I'm going to have this progressive show there, man, and it's supposed to be super progressive. No, Rob.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's not the progressive I mean. Well, you're wearing an apron. I work here now.
That's the thing about Flo, why she's so creepy. She's wearing her work clothes when she's not at work. Her name tag and everything. Like, who the fuck does that?
No,
she's jogging down the street.
Yeah, and she's got the name
she's
tag.
got the fucking name tag on and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like I said, if you lived next to someone like that, you would be like, this person is psychotic.
Yeah, right? I'm going to have to buy her insurance or she's going to slit my throat.
She's fucking nuts. Like, yeah, I did buy insurance from her so she don't kill us.
No, the Limo Emo one is worse. The Limo Emo, if there's a guy with an emo driving around in a fucking Ford Gran Torino, I'm getting the fuck out of town. But no, you know who I'd fuck the shit out of? The AT&T lady. She was hot as fuck.
The AT&T lady.
Yeah, they brought her back.
Oh, the one who sat at the desk?
Yeah. Oh,
She was kind of hot.
Yeah, she's like Middle Eastern or some shit. That's
Yeah,
like,
I remember her.
She's exotic hot.
Yeah.
She's not Middle Eastern. She's like from one of those Yugoslavian countries where they're still shooting each other with AK-47.
Toyota has this milfy chick named Jan.
Yeah.
She's like,
She got
maybe.
She got knocked up once already because in a couple episodes she had the baby bump. So they tried to do that slick shit they do in TV where the face is still good, so they put her in a black dress and they try to cover it up.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you got the baby bump. You're making a 9-month-old woman try to fucking sell a Celica, you piece of shit. You're like, oh, it's a Corolla. You're trying to make a 9-month pregnant woman sell a Corolla, you fucking assholes. Like, Christ, fucking COVID-19. Let me put this fucking pregnant woman out here to sell you a fucking Tundra, you fuck.
Dude, that's the thing that still kills me. How capitalism is still just rolling along like nothing is happening.
I gotta make that a shirt, nerve pinching her asshole.
Yes. Yes.
I gotta make that a shirt.
Yeah, like Mr. Spock's silhouette, and it like says underneath it, right, nerve pinching her asshole.
Intriguing, Captain.
Right.
She finished.
Fascinating.
It would appear that she came to an early climax. I didn't even have to release my full complement of photon torpedoes. Phasers were set to kill.
His thing is perfectly set up too. Like,
oh yeah, Captain.
Was it two in the
Captain? The Vulcan way is 2 in the pink and 2 in the stink.
She's like, take my money. I want that shirt.
Yeah. Now I got him.
That's an easy sale right
there. Now I got to make a shirt where fucking Spock is working a woman like a bowling ball.
That's hilarious. It is funny.
Captain. Sales.
How long did you get away with that before we got sued?
A true story. So,
a cease and desist letter from
a lot of you,
Gene Roddenberry's estate.
If anyone have seen me do my my stand up, sometimes I'm wearing a yellow shirt that says "Oh my," and it's a picture of a guy fencing, and that is a picture, a silhouette of Sulu when he's topless and he's fencing because he's high in this one episode. Now, the guy who sold me the shirt. It was Ensign Harry Kim, Garrett Wang, from Star Trek Voyager. And he made that shirt. And he made a few other shirts with Star Trek references. Roddenberry Productions and CBS sued him.
Nah, see what I mean?
And he is a Star Trek character, not like a once-and-done flash in the pan, like reoccurring. Right. He was in Star Trek Voyager. He played the ops officer. They sued him. He didn't even make a likeness of himself.
Right.
They sued him. He did a Q shirt, a shirt with Q dressed up like Gandalf, and he did the Oh My shirt. And now his shirts are only references to something that he was in. So if it was something referencing a Voyager episode he was in, they're not going to sue him because it's his likeness.
Right, but
so they can't sue him.
There's nothing classic there he can use.
No. So there's nothing. So yeah. So
they even got mad about the Oh My thing.
Yeah, he stopped making the shirt because I approached him about it and I said, hey Garrett, and he goes, oh, you're wearing one of my old shirts. I'm not allowed to make that anymore because I got sued.
You cease and desist,
And if you look in my Facebook page is pretty open. One day, the convention takes place and usually in August, the first week of August, and it starts on Thursday. And then it goes Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or excuse me, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Wednesday night, they will set up. So I was leaving my job, and I had on a pinstripe suit, so I looked like Doctor Who. And then I went, and they had a vendor with selling lightsabers. So I bought the Force Effects lightsaber. You've seen me waver. I'm not going to get it now. Fuck it. So
I've seen it. The one that's broken.
Right. And the guy goes to me, hey, man, that's cool. And it's Voyager's Garrett Wang, and I'm holding a lightsaber dressed up like Doctor Who. I'm dressed up like
Can't get any more geeky than that.
the 12th Doctor. I can't remember his name right now. I'm blanking out, but I'm dressed up like the 12th Doctor Who,
Right.
and
I can't imagine.
11th Doctor Who.
Why
The
you don't
11th.
get any pussy? Like,
Look, man. You know.
there aren't any chicks at these places.
You know.
They
what
would actually be turned on by the fact that you're dressed up like Doctor Who. Like, why don't you find these chicks?
Because that requires me spending $10.95 a month for geekdate.net. And then it's some fucking bitch with a fucking knee brace, back brace, sciatic nerve disorder, cleft palate. You fuck.
I really like Star Trek.
No, if you go to a Star Trek convention, you'll always see the same thing. They'll always do this. They're not dumb. They want to make it look like hot chicks are into this shit too. So they'll hire like the
Crowd fills.
right. They'll hire these hot chicks to dress up in the old '60s uniforms,
Right.
And the Mirror ones, because in the Mirror episode they were all like cut off, and you can see their belly button, which in the '60s was like the first time they could do that.
Right.
And they're fucking everything's hanging out, and they get these hot girls to run around dancing like that. But what you will see is a lot of women. Really attractive women dressed up like.
He's like, can I touch your tribble? Like,
oh man! If she's got a tribble, I'm not gonna dribble. That's it, man. If she's got a tribble, these balls ain't gonna dribble. Oh no, no. So fucking good that you
it's
know
like
that.
the 1970s. Like. And that's cousin it.
No, they made that. They made that noise too when the Klingons got near the wheel. I can't go that high. Anyway, so no, so you know Voyager. 7 of 9 is Jerry Ryan.
Yeah, 7 of 9.
Jerry Ryan, if you didn't watch Star Trek, was from Boston Legal, the hot blonde. And by the way, she's been in like Voyager came out in the year like
she was hot
in the year
especially
2000.
at that time.
No, she's still hot. She looks exactly the
She
same.
had that cat suit on. Like, oh man.
Right. That cat suit was water resistant from all the nut shots. And she was just like, oh, come on, guys. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna get this blonde chick with big titties and put her in Dan skin.
Yeah,
and then
she was pretty hot.
No, you know,
I'll give her that.
No, so the whole point was she was supposed to be a titties and ass character, and she actually took a titties and ass role. It was a sexist, horrible concept, and she turned it into an amazing, transformative role of a person whose humanity was stripped away from her, and then she becomes a mother, she becomes a leader. I mean, I'm not being sarcastic. She really took that role and ran with it and made it into something amazing. And yeah, she's in Picard now. She's in Picard now. And by the way...
But Rob hates it!
No, and I'll tell you why. Here's what they did. So she's in Picard, and they...
Awful.
And they got her dressed up like Han Solo, and I'm like, fine, I gotta get it. She
probably was like, I don't want to wear a cat suit.
And God bless her. So she looks the same. She looks exactly the same. She looks like.
Or maybe she doesn't, and that's why they didn't put her in the cat suit.
No. The gravity has not hit her yet. She hasn't hit the wall yet. Some of these chicks get catapulted into the wall, like the one who played. The one who, like, all right, I'll give you an example. Tasha Yar, Denise Crosby, was in softcore porn in the 80s and 90s. And she was the security officer in the first season of Star Trek. You would let her do whatever in fact, in the porn, she was always the aggressor. She was a cop, and she would arrest these guys, tie them up, and then fucking suck them off. and that would look it up.
This is terrible.
Look it up. There was porn with Denise Crosby.
I hope I never get arrested again.
And by the way, the costuming is so bad. She's in like oversized pants. Like they just grabbed something out of a random costume set. So she's in this
whatever local sort of store costume place.
Right.
So, have uniforms,
right? Like Party City. They went to Party City. So she sees a hot guy that she wants to fuck, and he's not even that. He's not like a big jacked guy. He's like this nerdy little fucking guy.
Right.
And she smashes his tail light. She's like, "That's a violation. We're going to have to
suck you off,
detain you." Then she goes like this. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. She goes, "Luckily, I came prepared with protection. What size are you? I've got big and Magnum." Ooh. Then she's blowing him, and she goes, now I've got 2 magnums. And I'm like, oh God!
Like, this dialogue is cheesy as fuck. And that deaf guy wanted subtitles for this?
So now here's the thing. So
he's like, I gotta know what's going on.
But in Star Trek Picard, here's the problem. So in Star Trek Picard, they played it off like some people tortured her, and
Wait, is she still 7 of 9?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Her character's real name, they find out, they knew in Voyager that she was a girl named Annika, and she was a little girl, and she gets assimilated by the Borg. And now years later, you find out that the one kid that she rescued, and it was like a son to her, joined Starfleet.
It's always like that. It's a billion to 1 shot, but this is what happened.
And so she finds this kid who was taken by the Borg, and she adopts him as a son, right. And he grows up and joins Starfleet. And then for whatever the reason, a bunch of random humans are like, you know what? If we take the Borg and rip out all their modifications, we could sell it on the black market. So they strap him to a table, and this is a little gory. They take a corkscrew and they yank his eyeball out, and they show you the optic nerve dangling with the wires connected to it, and they're ripping it out, and then it looks like the Devil's Rejects or some shit.
This is Picard?
Yeah, this is Picard.
Really?
Yeah. So 7 of 9 is sitting here. She's like, no,
right,
and she's crying, and the guy's got like blood trickling out of his eye socket. You know what it looked like? It looked like Hostel, the movie Hostel.
She doesn't kill everybody?
Oh wait, we get you. So she's like, fucking bitch. This fucking bitch. Now here's the stupid shit. The woman they cast to be the aggressor looks exactly like Counselor
Less
Troy.
makeup and more hair. That sounds hotter even.
Oh yeah. Oh no. She's hot. You want to fuck the shit out of her.
I gotta see her.
You would let her do shit. You would let her do so much shit.
I would have back then, but I'm saying I haven't seen her now.
No, now.
You know what was always hot, but I never liked that show with that chick that was on that show, Jag.
Oh no, I'd fuck her, but she was very like boring and monotone. But
she was like next door neighbor hot. Or like
yes,
that you'd see her coming out from her house.
She'd be the kind of hot like you could just imagine her going, no, oh no, I can't believe it. I had feelings for another man, and you're just like, yeah, bitch, I just jagged off in your pussy. Here's my jag. You know, and then at the end she's just covered and she's like sitting there and just like looks like a fucking Jackson Pollock on her.
He's like, my husband's coming home from work, like, or she's one of the prime candidates for like the stepmom porn.
Yes,
you know, she's like that. That's your hot stepmom.
Yeah. So I know it's the same. Like she's got the daughter that's like hot but doesn't know how to fuck for some reason. Like they're always the same. The daughter doesn't know how to suck a dick, and then they usually don't too. The daughter's just like. She's doing one of these. She's doing this is not, and she's not sucking the dick. She's rubbing it, and she's and she's acting. And then the mom comes in there, and it's always like
you don't know how to do this. Let me show you how to do it properly.
And I'm trying to think of a one who usually ends up as a stepmom. I'm trying to think of porn stars. I'm blanking out on porn stars. It's
Reagan Fox. She's one.
No, she's young. No,
she plays the stepmom all the time.
No, who's the one in Nail and Palin?
Oh, that's Lisa Ann.
Check your messages. Yeah, Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann always says. Lisa Ann comes there. Lisa Ann comes in there and just sucks the fucking paint off the building.
She's definitely a consummate professional.
She's just like that.
I've seen several movies where she plays
and she was goes like this. That's not how you suck a dick, honey.
Like, oh, their stepmom and the stepson got a hotel room and it only has one bed.
And he's always angry, too. He's like, God damn it, Mom. Fucking Dad's gone.
There's only one bed.
You're my bitch now, Mom. Fucking Dad's gone. And I've known you since I was 12, but now we're going to fucking totally do this, bitch. It's only 5 years later. Remember when you bought me that Huffy? And now... Now we're gonna fuck Mom. And like, what the fuck is this?
She's like, call me mommy. Like,
it's like, and she's
fucking creepy, man.
No, they're always surprised at first. She's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Does your father know about this? Does your father know about this?
Right.
Damn it, got me so angry.
It's like Thanksgiving's not awkward enough already.
Yeah. And Sherry DeVille, that's another one. Sherry DeVille. Sherry DeVille plays like that ditzy blonde, and there's this one where she's getting raped by her stepson, and he's just like, Mom, where are you going? I'm going out on my date. Here's dinner's hot in the oven waiting for you.
Oh, that fucking dude.
And he goes, you're my bitch now.
Oh,
and
it's
she's
just like that.
And she's just like, what are you doing?
Or his mom comes home drunk.
And
he's like, oh, you're drunk. I'm going to tell Dad. Or
Yeah.
And then he's like, just grabs her.
And of course, they put up like, and then they put up like no resistance. So like,
right.
What are you doing?
They're like, oh.
What are you doing? Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
And it just
Some
gets.
of the porn is weird now.
It just completely devolves into fucking anarchy.
Right.
And at the end of it, like, she's pregnant. Dad never shows up. Dad never fucking shows up to check on his son or his wife. Like it's like
Right.
9.
He's always the worst father ever. Like,
Yeah, he's in fucking Dubai working hazard pay for like on a government contract, Then he comes home and then they got to do like the follow-up porn where she fucks him just to make sure that he thinks it's his kid. So they'll do they'll do that follow-up porn where they'll do that with a black guy. So if it's a black guy with a white chick and the black guy nuts in the white chick, they'll like blue Irish, blue one of I can't remember, and she'll be like, now she goes and fucks her husband just to make sure he doesn't suspect a thing. When the kid comes out with the fucking nappy hair, you're gonna know, wow, my kid fucking looks like this with nappy hair. I wonder if this is my child. He's got black skin and blue eyes. How did this happen? There must be some melanoma defect. Honey, we're blessed by God.
I've been saying. Sometimes it's weird. Like I said, sometimes you just want to find two people fucking. You can't.
No.
It's all this backstory,
Well, no, but
subplots now.
No. You have to understand. To watch two people fucking is like a windsock for me. I can't get off on that anymore. It doesn't do anything. It's like,
You gotta have a story behind it.
oh my God.
Some kind of.
It's got to be depraved. Like I got to go on multiple browsers and make sure my internet's been redirected to Zurich, Germany, so I can see this shit. I've got to have multiple like aliases going up and VPNs just to make sure that I can see this. Like
It's crazy.
at the end of this, if somebody isn't crying, and then afterwards, I'm like huddled in a ball in shame. Like I got to go to church the next day and pray novenas. Like, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been.
Just like, I watched all the porn. I'm sorry.
Father, please.
There's absolutely none left. I had to write Pornhub and beg them to upload more shit.
Please, God, heal my chafed dick.
This quarantine has really been a.
Lord, make these blue balls go away. I don't think I can jerk off anymore. I want to have children one day of my own. Please forgive me for... No, I mean, and that's the thing. And Bill Maher talked about this. It's like, get to the point where you watch so much porn that you're just can't have a normal relationship.
Stanhope has a bit like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I can't get off until I've hit myself with a hammer or some shit like.
And they did it on a Family Guy because there was an episode where Chris wouldn't go out with girls. So then Brian's pointing to a bunch of hot girls and he goes, Chris, what do you like? And he looks at a pile of mannequin legs with stockings and heels on. He's like, that's kind of hot. And you're like, that's where we are, guys. Women.
Oh, Tran came in at the end. We just got talking about the sex. Just in time. Maybe just start talking about porn and this comes on. Ba-dink! Mike Tran is watching.
Oh, yeah. Just when you said Tran, I'm like, God, yeah.
Tran come in right into. I was like, is someone talking
Let me
about...
talk to you about porn.
Is someone talking about sex?
There he is. All right, no. So my heaven is this. My heaven is that I die and I wake up where I am now. So I'm dead. And I wake up and you're like, all right, man, I'll see you next week. And then all of a sudden on my desk are 2 tickets to Thailand. No one ticket, just no two. And I have a specific friend. My friend Dier has to go with me because he's a Marine. He'd be like my bodyguard just in case I fuck up. He knows some local languages and dialect. He would be able to navigate me around. And I'm going to go to Bangkok and Pattaya. But somebody told me not to go to Pattaya because there's a bunch of just German tourists there. But fine, I'm gonna go to Bangkok. And no go-go dancers. They're the ones who just take your money. The go-go dancers are like going.
So you want to go experience the ultimate hooker experience?
Yes. Vegas is not good enough anymore. I've been spoiled. I want better than Vegas has to offer. And
guy from Australia is like, I just logged into. It's like, you just heard about the porn.
international
Porn is universal and worldwide.
I, representing the United States of America, along with my host Bruce, would like to extend the olive branch of American pornography to you.
I've seen some Australian porn.
Yeah.
I've seen some. There's this chick that brings people down there to fuck her in the ass.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. And what are the titles? Are the titles hokey, like Eating Down Under? Like real stupid shit like that. Down on Barbie. Stupid shit like that.
Porn is universal, man.
Yeah, porn is... No.
You got it everywhere.
But no, Thailand. Back to my dream of Thailand. So...
Sometimes they have them in foreign languages, and that's fun.
Mike Tran says United States of Anus America. No. Not with COVID. We got to leave the butthole alone. We got to leave the butthole alone for a while. No.
This virus situation.
I don't know. You could be shitting out the Rona for all I know.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've already got it at that point.
Yeah. No, so
it doesn't matter.
By the way, Thailand's got to be a cesspool. But anyways, Thailand.
No, that's what I'm saying. Now, you want to go to Thailand to experience the ultimate hooker experience.
I'll come back with COVID-21 or some shit. They're like, oh, god damn it.
New models.
Then they're just going to be like, leave them on the fucking cruise ship and shoot them in the back of the head. Just dump them overboard. Let the fucking whales get to them and the sharks. No, so Pattaya and Bangkok. Now, here's the important thing. You don't want the go-go dancers. That's like trying to get fucked at Little Darlings. You don't go to Little Darlings for ass. Even though those girls will take off their panties at Little Darlings, you ain't going to get ass there. Now, you don't want to go to a green door scenario because then you're fucking in there's Waldeck with his dick flapping around, and you don't want that. If you don't know who Chris Waldeck is, look him in. He's a comedian. He's put himself out there. I feel no shame dropping his name. Okay, you don't want to go in the green door and just, you reach around and there's a dick in your hand and it's not yours.
Yeah, that's the thing is like there's people watching this shit.
You don't want that. Plus, God forbid somebody.
So you're not just going there and get laid, like you're going there and get laid and people are watching you.
Ass eating is canceled. Kareem says, yes, ass eating is gone. So here's what you want. I want to Thailand.
Is it though? Is it?
Oh, God, I already heard your story, so I can only imagine what you did this weekend, you fuck. Does she know you smoked enough to have a fucking NASCAR by this point? You've got like...
Of course.
You've got
I don't hide anything from anyone.
Yeah. Your tongue has got to be like gray by this point.
No.
All right, so...
I still brush my teeth and shit.
No, I know.
I'm fucking regular fucking person.
I'm fucking...
Smoke a lot of cigarettes. The fuck?
Meanwhile, I'm sitting right next to you, I'm just 10 years behind you. A little more hang out with you. No, so Thailand. Now, you don't want the go-go dancers,
right? You
got to go to the escort places because go-go dancers, you'll probably,
Thailand it's like Amsterdam or whatever, right? Like there's a place you can go and it's legal.
No,
right?
everywhere.
Brothels,
everywhere.
Right? There's brothels.
The whole place is open for business.
Right, but I'm saying there's brothels. You just go in and buy some pussy.
Not even the brothels. Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. The go-go dancers will fuck you. Like everyone will fuck
well, then
you.
Why are you
they
saying...
walk around this, but you got to be choosy. I've been researching this. Trust me, I've done my homework.
I've been researching.
I'm a fucking aficionado here. I know.
Oh, you're way more informed in this matter than I am.
Now, if you're going to Vegas and you want to do the group sex thing, there's two places. There's one spot right next to the Can Room on, I want to say, Industrial or Highland Avenue, one of those two streets. Wherever the Can Room is, one little suite over.
How does that work?
So
is it like a Chinese restaurant where there's like a waiting room until they get enough people and then
kind of
everybody like introduces themselves a little bit, like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, and then they come out like, all right, the room is available. And they go, all right, cool, they go in and then they just all fuck. I mean, or do you just go in and like you don't talk to them at all? You just fuck them, like how does it work?
I'll explain.
That's why I want to go and just see. It's like gonzo journalism. Like I gotta know how it works.
I'll explain. So, So when you were a kid, you remember your middle school and high school cantina, the canteen, the little dance.
Yeah.
You're a kid. You're sitting in
like
the corner.
the mixer.
Yeah, the mixer. They've had different names over the years.
Right,
Canteens,
same
mixer,
thing.
dances, whatever the fuck you. Wherever
Miss
you
Marcus,
live.
we were just talking about you
Hi guys.
a little bit ago.
All right, so basically what you do is you sit in the corner with your dick out, and you wait for a couple to come
And you
in.
wait. It's like fishing.
That's exactly it. You're
Just
fishing.
remain real quiet. And
You're
wait.
just like,
Eventually, you'll get a nibble. I mean, really, though, I mean, serious. Is there any kind of social interaction, like I said, beyond fucking?
so, no, I've not
Just
actually.
go in and just take your clothes off and jump in the pile. That's what
Whoa,
I mean.
whoa, whoa,
or is
whoa,
there like,
whoa, Rosalinda says we will go there when I get there. I want to compare the sex rooms. Oh, baby. Yeah.
I watched and got hit on.
Hold on.
Oh, you went? You went? Yeah. See, I don't want to go to get involved, like I said, or stand there and jerk off or whatever. What? Oh, he's looking. Yeah, Rosalinda. So, and of course you get hit on there. You're at a sex place. Like, are you fucking? I noticed here there's a lot of people fucking and you're not. I thought maybe might want to join the party. No, what I'm saying is like I just want to see how it works. Like to me, it's fascinating. Like I said, it's like social.
Oh,
experiments.
she went in
It's
Phoenix decades ago. So the only
psychological curiosity, you know. Like,
it is.
How
now,
does this work?
So I'll explain to you the mechanics. I did not go in. I'm being serious. I did not go. What I did was I went to the green door and I went to the bouncer and I said, "What's the deal? What's this all about?" And the guy goes, "It's about, I think, like he said, quoted me $120.
Right.
You go in. You have to have your own protection.
Right.
There's locker rooms. It's almost like going to LVAC, but it's like a LVAC.
Locker rooms.
Yeah, there's locker rooms because you're gonna change, and it's like an LVAC for fucking. So it's like
change. I'm just gonna get naked. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, but like think about it. Like if you're coming in a suit and tie, you might want to walk around in just like a fucking naked. You might want sandals on. Who knows? You know,
Right, right. Wrap a towel
Yeah,
around
I'm
it
not
or
gonna walk
something.
around like a fucking Republican senator with like fucking wingtips on and like fucking garters on my socks. You fuck, like you know. Well, hello there. It was looking up.
Why? Might as well make it as creepy as possible.
The rooster room, right? So and.
Anyway, so what did he say? So he said $120.
$120, and you'll go into the locker and you'll change.
Right.
And then you just got to be respectful of the swingers, and if someone's throwing you vibes that they're in, you know, they're in. But then I thought about
So even you say you could still get rejected even there.
But Waldeck got ass. Now, here's my thing.
I've told you before, I'm not sure if that story's true or not. Or if he didn't just make it up for a bit.
Because if you see this coming
I
at you,
can't see him.
Hey ladies, I'm going to make
I
this.
just can't see it.
I'm going to make this a pleasurable evening.
I keep
for
trying to see it in my mind. I can't see it.
You. He claims he got
Like,
laid.
is it real?
He claims
He says it was real?
He says he went to the green door
Right.
and
Then I believe him if he says it was.
no,
But
he did. It was his.
I
bit.
thought it was a good chance that he just made it up as a bit.
No, there was another place called the Power Exchange, and that place that was where they strapped you down and
The
leather.
Power Exchange. Yeah, no, that's a fetish club
Yeah,
where they whip you and pour hot wax on you and shit. I seen it. And guys hanging around with ball gags in their mouths. And there was a guy. There was a guy I saw on TV that his thing was he went to this fetish club and he wanted him to roll him up in a carpet and then put him under the bar. And then when people got drinks, they'd step on him and shit. That was his fetish. They called him the carpet.
well, Rosalinda says when she did the
People are into fucking weird shit. So I have that whole fucking bit about it. Because it's true. It's like that shit exists.
well, Rosalinda said ugly people were fucking when she was there, so
Ugly people.
she could have been fucking Chris Waldeck Sr. for all we know.
I guess if you're at the point that you're that sexually addicted that you're at a place like that, you're like, it doesn't matter. Like, you got a dick? Yeah, just put it in.
Hold on, you know what? Here's what I want to do. We're gonna send
I need this. Like
Marcus Dietz. We're gonna hire you to be the third guy of our little group right here, and we're gonna
ties the room together.
We're gonna make you like Marcus. We're gonna make you like Wolfie from Howard Stern. We're gonna send you to the green room, Marcus, and we want to see how long it takes before you start fucking everyone in the room. So Marcus, we're gonna send Marcus to the green room. Hi guys, we're gonna get it on now. I want to see this shit. You and Waldeck. I'm gonna hire you and Waldeck. I'll pay. Me and Bruce will each cover your bill, your entry, and we're gonna go in and see.
No, the point is, I want to see it. I said I kind of want to see it.
Ties the room together.
Yeah, no, she's fucking funny.
How do you, I said my first of all, I don't know if she knows Chris
the
Waldeck.
Rooster Room. People in there.
Yeah, how old do you think I am? I didn't think you were old, but I know Waldeck's in his 20s, so you know. I don't know.
She's like, fuck you. See, you fucked up already.
I'm sorry.
You just looking at pictures of you and shit. Like, hey, she's pretty good looking.
I did. I gave her the nod. I gave her the nod. The old. I gave her the old.
You fucked it up by making her
right,
say she was old.
I didn't. Well, first of all, I would imagine that Chris Waldeck Sr. would be a better lay than Chris Waldeck Jr. So you, Rosalinda,
you don't know what he looks like.
Rosalinda, you have to have better self-esteem. That you automatically assumed I was saying that you were old. I was not.
Ugly people were fucking.
Oh, she knows Chris. Oh shit! Ah, shit! How the fuck? What are the chances?
Because she came here.
Oh,
Dude, I brought her to Noreen.
Yeah.
I said she
I
came
did,
here when her family was renting a timeshare. And I went over and met her whole family, and they had a Mexican barbecue, and they fed me, and she was nice. And then I took her to Noreen's.
So what you're saying is you got to eat her tacos?
No, it wasn't like that at all.
Oh,
we just hung out.
Okay,
we're friends.
She gave you the finger again.
Right?
No, I gave you the I saw the picture of you, and I gave you the all right. You know, that's the. Oh, I know Marcus too. Oh wow!
Right, she knows all. She met everybody,
mm-hmm.
And she's moving here.
Hey, welcome to Las Vegas.
Now he's like, oh, hey, welcome.
Watch as I try to. You were quiet. Oh, I was quiet.
Yeah.
Did I? I don't remember. All right, here's the thing. I'm absent-minded. We know this, as you've seen with my board skills.
She was there. She had. What's his name? The local Tyler, the local celebrity, called a bunch of people up on stage. Did a trick.
I remember now.
And she was one of those people.
Remember. That was at Noreen's?
Yeah.
I remember now. All right. Yeah. Hey. So wait, we should live Arizona? Why did I get the vibe? Because she said Phoenix. So we're roundabouts without getting too specific. Where do you live now?
No, we're not doing a fucking interview, Rob.
No. So let's find out.
Besides, you're way over time.
All right.
You gotta get out of here.
It's me trying to fucking dig myself out, asshole.
Digging out that hole. We'll start next week with Rob in a hole.
That's my life. My life.
Rosalinda's still pissed. You know?
Where's the other?
And Julia wasn't here tonight. Talking about her panties.
Well, man, that's because Julia's, taking care of an invalid for money. He was at.
Anyway, again, thank you for watching. We thank each and every one of you. And,
yes.
We hope we were entertaining again tonight. And we're going to move to YouTube soon. Well, hopefully we're going to figure out we could do this the same.
No, I think so. What Johnny Broom was saying is I think I got to register because to go live we have to register.
Right.
And then I think we could click the YouTube button at the same time that we're doing this. So
all right. Then hopefully we could do both. And then if that's the case, then you can still keep watching this here. But if that doesn't work, we're going to ask.
Honestly, I'd rather just
move over to YouTube.
ferry them over to YouTube anyway because at least we get paid for you to watch us.
Because hopefully one day we could get paid for all this. Like,
do you think I want to suck dicks to sell washers and dryers?
Right, Rob's his knees are going out from all of the fucking corporate nut licking he's got to do.
Oh, my God. COVID corporate nut licking. I mean, I can't.
Anyway, we appreciate each and every one of you, and especially guy in Australia. We appreciate you more than anything.
No, and
you make us officially worldwide, and that's fucking awesome. And thank you very much again. And we'll see you again next week. Good night.